Hello student, here is a question that has been asked in Civil Service Examination 2019 Psychology Optional Paper 1. This question is slightly difficult for several students, and why I will explain. Let me read the question. First, multi-store model of memory best explain the nature of memory. Evaluate the statement in theoretical and theoretical perspective and empirical evidences. 20 marks. Now many students couldn't understand the meaning of theoretical perspective and empirical evidences, because they generally have practiced that evaluate this theory, Lockhart model and Atkinson and Shiffrin model. So customization is required in this answer, and here is the reason and why some students get good marks and why very average marks. Multi-store model best explain the nature of memory. See this is a claim, but if you take Atkinson and Shiffrin multi-store model, then what do you find? That this model, what is the essence of this model? Many start describing that sensory memory, short-term memory, long-term memory. This is description, but what is the essence of this thing? Essence is that this theory says that our memory system is composite, means within a system there are several subsystems like sensory memory system, short-term memory system and long-term memory system. So the nature of our memory system is very composite, and this is the essence of Atkinson model. On the other hand, if you take another theory like Craig and Lockhart model, that says that no, our memory system is very unitary, means there is unnecessary compartmentalizations of our memory system in terms of short-term memory, sensory memory, long-term memory, like that. So which theory is correct? And here simply that you need to judge whether it is the best explanation. Atkinson and Shiffrin offers best explanation. See, in any theory of memory, you will find that it should answer at least 3 set of questions. One, how things are encoded. Second, how things are stored. Things mean information, and how informations are retrieved. Getting? And how sometimes we fail to retrieve that, means what causes forgetting. So if you take a multi-store model which claims that our memory system is based on several subsystems, and in this regard, in the beginning they offered that as far as short-term memory is concerned, encoding is primarily acoustic, whereas semantic model is concerned, that long-term memory is concerned, processing of information is largely semantic. They may, in the basis of this, they made distinction between short-term memory and long-term memory, means long-term memory and short-term memory nature-wise are different. And in the beginning this distinction was very crisp also, and it have been supported by many researchers like King's and Busk research. They offered support for the view, but later finding revealed that even in short-term memory things could be encoded semantically. Likewise, in long-term memory things could be encoded acoustically. So this distinction, just on the basis of the type of encoding, the nature of encoding, whether it is in acoustic term or this thing, distinction was not very valid. But of course, if you take neuroscience research says into account, like case study of HM, as you know that HM's hippocampus, which is brain structures in lower brain, was damaged, due to some surgery on epilepsy. Accidentally that area of the brain got damaged, and as a result he developed anterograde amnesia, means he was not capable to form new memory. So this case study offers support for the view given by the Atkinson and Shiffrin that this person was having this person was having intact short-term memory but impaired long-term memory. So there is merit in making distinction between short-term memory and long-term memory. Neuroscience researches are there, but at the same time we have evidences from another case study that is called neuroscience case study, that is called case study of KF. In a motorcycle accident, that person suffered some head injuries, and what were the things that in the beginning that person shows impaired short-term memory, but after some time the same information is intact in long-term memory. So now very logical question arises: if this is the pathway, that information must pass through hippocampus in order to reach its long-term memory, means information from short-term memory reaches long-term memory via hippocampus. So if this is the pathway, then how will you explain the case of KF, who had impaired short-term memory but intact long-term memory? So we have several issues, we have several questions that are not fully explained by this model, so-called Atkinson and Shiffrin model. So we cannot say this thing that it is the best explanation. If you take a theoretical angle, then come down to theoretical things, then the distinction is this one, that whether this memory system is a single system or it is made up of several systems. So Atkinson Shiffrin says several systems, whereas Crack and Lockhart says it is a single system. Try to understand. And in these connections, they say that actually what you are telling short-term memory or sensory memory, actually these are the different levels of depth of the memory. Actually this memory is a unitary system. Sensory memory kind of things is at the surface level, very susceptible to forgetting or to external influences. But the more deeper is short-term memory, and deepest part is long-term memory. So it makes sense just to say that information vary in terms of how elaborately they have been encoded, rehearsed. This term has been used by Crack and Lockhart. If you rehearse at the very physical level and surface level, it is at the surface level. For example, how something looks, and on the basis of physical characteristics, if you process information, it is at the surface level. But if you try to process information at the deeper level, that is, what is the meaning of that? Semantic elaboration in Atkinson term, and here is what more elaboration, semantic elaborations you can say. So that will be more deeper. And if you provide some self-reference, like whether you like that things or not, emotional connection, if you provide the memory, that will be even bit deeper. So Atkinson and Shiffrin said that there are cognitively, mechanism wise, there are different mechanisms available, and on the basis that there is a point in making distinction. But this say that there is no any point. What you are telling short-term, long-term and sensory memory, actually they are just another different labels of the same memory system. It is very unitary, and in this connection they have provided research support also. For example, Palmyr, one research is that if you take main idea, then main idea plus one example, main idea plus two examples, main idea for three examples, what do you find? The more example you add to the main idea, better is the retention in future. Okay? So deeper is the elaboration. This is provided. Second thing is that if you encode something in terms of physical characteristics, in terms of semantic characteristics, in terms of acoustic characteristics, in terms of with providing some self-reference, so that decide that depth is different. So this theory has also got some merit. But of course, how will you explain the distinction of the short-term and long-term memory of the case study of HM? This theory cannot explain. So you know this thing that Atkinson and Shiffrin theory has its own merits points, but it has got some limitation also. And on the other hand, Crack and Lockhart model has its own merit point, but it has some limitation also, because distinction is visible in neuroscience research. So you may claim that in the case of KF, pathway is not clear, but at least you can say that there is impaired short-term but intact long-term memory. Mean to say that as far as theoretical perspective is concerned, several versus single debate is there. Okay, as far as research is concerned, you can take psychological researches and as well as neuroscience researches, and on the basis of that you can judge that what is the effectiveness of Atkinson and Shiffrin theory and what is the effectiveness of Lockhart models. Unique. And finally we have reason and evidences to say that this theory is a both theory have merit and limitation. We cannot say that this is the best theory. So multi-store model of memory best explain the nature of memory. We cannot say this thing. So in this way you can draft your answer. But this video I am making for those individuals who have knowledge of memory system, who have gone through different theories and all. So beginners might not be able to understand all these things what I am telling here. So for that you need to read all these things. So I am helping those individuals who are finding difficulty in designing the answer. So focus should be here. Maybe that you have taken different examples for that things, but overall structure will be this thing, that you should take theoretical debate also as well as research debate also, empirical comparison also. Then your answer will be appropriate, and you should come up with the logical conclusions also. So I hope I made it clear. In the next video I will discuss some other questions that has been asked in civil service exams. Thank you for watching Beautiful Mind IAS. And if you have any big issue in some questions, you can specifically write in the comment box, then I will try to make a video on that so that you could be benefited, and give feedback. Okay, you may like or dislike, but give feedback, then I will be motivated to make such a video more. Thank you for watching.